Hi guys, Archie Luxury, and who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW. Hi guys, it's your pontiff, Archibald Chesterfield III, and today guys I'm doing a paid review, 21QB29. This is for Ryan. Quick wristwatch check, and I am wearing the Rolex Submariner. This is the new 41mm date. Let's jump straight in. Here we go here. Here we go. Hi Arch, I'm a long-time viewer of the channel and have always appreciated your insight and sense of humor and overall perspective. I've always wanted to write in, however, I have only recently found myself in a situation that I feel warrants your attention. I am 39 years old. I'm a 39-year-old vice president at a large company which has allowed me to put together a somewhat decent Rolex collection. I currently own a 2019 Rolex Subdate 116610LN. It's similar to mine there. He's got a 2021 Rolex Datejust 41 126333 and an older 1999 Rolex Yachtmeister 16622, which has very unexpectedly become my favorite of the lot and my daily wear. The purpose of this email and the real question that I need your advice on is, should I keep this collection? Should I keep this collection, grow this collection and continue to enjoy rotating between them, or should I trade all three towards a solid gold Rolex Submariner 116618LN? Please let me know your thoughts. In one of your older episodes, you called the solid gold Rolex Submariner the ultimate get out of my Viking way watch, and I have honestly wanted one ever since. I am just not sure if the means justifies the end. Thank you. Congratulations on the new ring for your wife, and I've sent you $50 to your PayPal. Best regards, Ryan. Yes, Ryan, thank you so much for your support. And it's a very interesting question. I have been there myself. I really wanted to try gold. And, you know, I can't speak for everybody, but I gotta be honest with you, I went really crazy. I wasn't loved as a child. I was teased at school. I was bullied. I wanted to be special. So I went out and bought my gold Rolex. But you know what I found is that a lot of douchebags really love the solid gold Rolex. And even though, you know, I wish too hard and the dream came true, sometimes you're best just to keep it as a fantasy. And I had the gold Rolex and it was amazing, but it's a bit of an oxymoron because it is 18 karat gold and it is actually quite soft. It's not as resilient as steel. I never really felt that comfortable wearing it. It is kind of the ultimate dress watch because of what it is. I'm 48 years old, so I'm a good 10 years. I'm 39 in October, 49 in October, so I'm 10 years older than you. And I got to be totally honest with you. If I had my time again, do I regret owning the solid gold Rolex Submariner? No way. I loved it. Would I do it again? Now, the problem is the market has changed a lot. It is so damn hard to get Rolexes back again. When I was flopping in and flopping out, it was easy to get your Rolexes back. Now you sell your pieces, it's hard to get back in without paying massive premiums. So I gotta be totally honest with you. My collection now is totally different to that flamboyant Paul. I've now gone for 4 Patek Philippe's in precious metal on leather straps. No Aquanauts, no Nautiluses. I got a Reverso. I got 3 steel Rolexes. So for me, I love my Rolexes in steel. And it's really quite funny. You don't know what you have until you lose it. Okay? And I had sold all my Rolexes off to get more Pateks. I had 6 Pateks. And then I wanted to get 1 Rolex. It was impossible. Absolutely impossible. And the only thing that got me a Rolex was MJT. He got me the new 41 mil sub. Now, if you've got the 41 mil or you got the 40 that you've got, it doesn't really matter. Both beautiful pieces. They're beautiful. Okay, this is a little bit nicer, a little bit, but you know what? They're both gorgeous. Would I sell your 3-piece off to get... Now, the thing is, see, you've got the Wimbledon dial Datejust. You've already got precious metal. You've got a gorgeous Submariner in steel. And you've also got a Yachtmeister. Now, the Yachtmaster was the first of the revised. It's got the newer bracelet in it. So it's actually quite clever. Okay, so you're asking me this question, what would I do? My advice to you, do not trade those 3 for the solid gold. Yes, the solid gold is amazing. I mean, look, if you get a windfall and you can buy the solid gold yourself, that's fine. But I definitely would not trade my 3 steel, 2 steel and a 2-tone to do it. That is dumb. The problem is once you get sick of the solid gold, it's hard to get those pieces back. So I'm trying to give you the wisdom that I had. Do I regret having the solid gold? No, I had a great time. I had a great time. But the time that we're in now is very different than me when I was doing it. What was that? 5 or so, 6, 7 years ago? It's a completely different market. The market's changed. So my honest advice to you is, I wouldn't trade any of those. I love your Yachtmaster. That's a really cool piece. They're really good sleepers. I love your sub. Man, I gotta be honest with you. I had a very connected guy, MJT. He's got contacts all over the world. He said, Arch, what do you want? And I thought, you know, what do I really want in Rolex? And I had the 2-tone Submariner. That got a lot of attention as well. I had a lady who tried to pick me up based on my Submariner. Certainly wasn't my looks. And I got to tell you, I thought about it. What is the quintessential Rolex? I thought about it. What do I want there? And I thought, you know what? Sub-date in steel is the quintessential Rolex. It's just so iconic. Don't ever sell that. Your Yachtmaster is so gorgeous. Just keep it. And as for the 2-tone Wimbledon, man, that is beautiful. Beautiful. So, in my opinion, definitely don't. Now, if you had a huge windfall and you're deciding, do you get yourself a hobby car like a BMW, Z4 or some sort of, exotica like that, or do you buy a solid gold sub? Well, get the sub. But don't sell off your pieces to pay the piper. That's what I'm telling you. That'd be a mistake. Now, the reason I say this is it's so hard to get a Submariner back. These are actually, the sub you've got, they're actually hard to get. And the Wimbledon, man, you're going to sell out at wholesale. You're going to get into this and then the penny's going to drop. You don't want your only watch to be a precious metal Rolex. Okay, you've got a lot more. You're a young guy. I actually love the steel. I love my Rolexes in steel. The only exception is if I was to get a 2-tone, it'd be a Datejust Wimbledon. And you've got it, man. Man, you've got a beautiful little collection. So my advice is add a gold one if you've got massive money. And you know what? Take a bit of finance. So what? Take a bit of finance. You don't have to live the Dave Ramsey life. Take a bit of finance, enjoy life, and just get it. But I wouldn't sell your existing to get into it. Now that's from the bottom of my heart as your pontiff. Don't sell what you've got to get, because the problem is the market's changed. And there's nothing wrong with the solid gold Rolex. It's an oxymoron because it's solid gold, it's soft. People think because it's so expensive, it's tough. It's actually a lot softer than the steel. You've got the steel one. You know, I got to be honest with you. It's really novel, but it's a douchebag watch. I had this guy who's a property developer who went bankrupt. He owed all these people. He wanted to buy it from me. He's a douchebag. It's really a douchebag watch. In my opinion, steel Rolex is where it's at. Okay, I just keep steel Rolex. What I would do if I were you, you're feeling itchy feet, look at your collection. I'd be adding a GMT, either an Explorer 2 or some sort of GMT. That's what I'd be adding. Forget trying to trade, and you're not going to outdo the dealers. You're not going to outdo the dealers. So there you go, guys. That's my advice. I'm your pontiff. I've spoken. I've told him what he should do. Guys, like, subscribe, tell your friends. I will see you in the next one. Remember, guys, I can't survive on the Google ads alone. I need these paid reviews. Please get a paid review done. I'd love to know what your collection is. I'd love to know about it. And I will see you in the next one.
All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Feeling me, any me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Feeling me, any me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Feeling me, any me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck.
Like, subscribe, and tell your friends, and don't be afraid to get a paid review. $50 for a paid review. It helps me stay full-time on YouTube, and I will see you in the next one. $50 paid review. I can't survive on Google ads. I need your support. And guys, you could also sponsor me on Patreon. Patreon allows you to pay as little as $1 a month to keep me on YouTube. Hey guys, Archie Luxury. Who do I recommend for watches in Brisbane and Sydney? Vintage Watch Co. That's correct. Vintage Watch Co. in Brisbane Arcade in Brisbane and the Strand Arcade in Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Brisbane and Sydney. Ronnie, I've known him since the late 90s. Ronnie is a top bloke. Luke is a great guy. Vintage Watch Co. That is who I recommend in Australia. Check out Vintage Watch Co. and the guys' amazing range of watches. They also do service and repairs. Vintage Watch Co. That is where the pontiff goes. You know, some of my Pateks came from Vintage Watch Co. That's right, guys. Vintage Watch Co.